Joining us now is Rob Shooter, who previously worked with a member of the royal family, and Batya Ungar-Sargon, author, journalist, and host of Batya on NewsNation. All right, let's do the pomp first, and then with Rob, and then Batya, I'll get to you for the diplomacy. Rob, it was a stunning scene. It has been, like, I watched all day long on television. It was gorgeous in Windsor Castle tonight. To say the Brits are rolling out the red carpet is an understatement. President Trump literally just said it was one of the highest honors of his life.
Yeah, I think even the president was overwhelmed by this. Being around the royal family, I've worked for a member of the British royal family. It really is something very, very special. This is bigger than Disneyland. This is bigger than Broadway. Nobody does it like the Brits, and they chose to do it. It wasn't an accident. They chose to do it for this president. And if they're going to go in, they go all in. This was every element of this magnificent family, of this magnificent institution on display for one person, Donald Trump.
It's interesting, Rob, because President Trump, a lot of one-on-one time today with King Charles. We had, they were walking around and talking together, just the two of them, for quite some time. And then President Trump met privately with both Prince William and Princess Catherine. What do you think that meeting was about?
I think Catherine and William are the future of the family. And so I think meeting with them is very, very important. Plus, it signals to Trump something that he loves, which is youth and beauty. And as much as I do admire King Charles, he might not look quite as great as he does. And so I think this is playing to his vanity, to his love of beautiful women, and there is nobody that looks like Kate. So once again, playing a very strong hand that I'm sure is going to work.
Yeah, what he has said repeatedly before in the months and even years past, and tonight as he gave his toast at this incredible banquet state dinner that we're seeing pictures of, he, in his toast, made a point of saluting both Prince William and Princess Catherine as being the future king and queen. All right, Batya, that banquet table was loaded with a who's who of power brokers from tech, finance, media, and government. And tomorrow, President Trump is going to meet with the British Prime Minister to discuss a lot of very thorny issues, including the wars in Ukraine and Gaza. Was this a brilliant move by Starmer and King Charles to sort of soften the ground before they get to the hard task of business tomorrow?
It probably was, but I have to say it's very clear where the power lies. The center of gravity has simply shifted globally in Trump 2.0. The same people, especially the Europeans, who really mocked him and looked down on him in that first administration, are now really rolling out the red carpet. There is this feeling of coming on bended knee, of wanting the best outcomes. There is a real feeling that American power and American greatness is back on the table. And I gotta tell you, it just makes me feel so great as an American. And just one juxtaposition, which is you're looking at all this pomp and circumstance, the gildedness of it all. You think back to the White House and how Donald Trump has really gilded it up, right? There's a lot of new gold along the walls, new accoutrement, but it's so much gaudier in the American context. And I just love that because that is who we are. We are gaudy. We are over the top.
I don't know about all of us.
Stuffy.
Okay, well, let's not go down that rabbit hole. But Batya, I am struck while the British government and the royal family, the king, the queen, the Prince of Wales, the Princess of Wales, are, as you said, really going to extraordinary lengths to roll out the red carpet. There have been big protests in London against President Trump. 4 people were arrested for projecting a giant image of Trump and Epstein onto Windsor Castle, and 70% of the British public have an unfavorable opinion of Trump. At the same time, there's a growing right-wing movement in Great Britain that really has led to a lot of upheaval there.
Yeah, one of the major themes that I think all Western countries are dealing with right now is immigration. There was this, in my view, kind of liberal elite policy to be much more lax around immigration in a way that was very punishing to the working class. And Donald Trump really represents that in America, a sort of reversal on that front to where we're putting our people first. But Europe is really going to have to contend with the same thing, which is why you're seeing the rise of right-wing parties in all these other European countries as well.
All right, super quick, and let's go from the protest back to this.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.